This video is sponsored by Squarespace. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. Check out squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/scalemodeling to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a professional website, online store, or portfolio. It's easy to claim a domain, create a custom site that matches your style, and brings your ideas to life. All websites are optimized for mobile. Content automatically adjusts so your site looks great on any device. You can use customizable galleries to display images and videos in a unique way to completely match your style and bring it to your audience. Every Squarespace website and online store comes with a suite of integrated features and useful guidelines to help maximize prominence among search results. Thanks Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Head to squarespace.com/scalemodeling to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain using code SCALEMODELING. After removing all of the sprues from the parts that I'm going to be painting in the body color, I started correcting some of the areas. On the rear bumper portion, or the rear section of the body, there was a small divot and a smaller low spot. It does fit up nicely to the rest of the body, but those low spots needed to either be sanded out or filled up. I decided just to sand it out as there was more than enough material, and I'm not really a fan of filling stuff as that can leave a bit of a mark sometimes, and especially with red plastic, I got to be careful with this, so sanding it out is much easier. And since the bumper will be covering this entire piece mostly, it's not even going to be that noticeable, so sanding it out is the way that I decided to go with. After that was done, I could move on to the rest of the body, going over it entirely, checking for more imperfections, and also marking off all of the mold lines that needed to be removed. All of the mold lines are marked off with a permanent marker. This for one helps me visualize where they actually are and gives me a good idea of when they are removed or not during sanding. Because when you start sanding, the black will start to slowly disappear, and once the black marker is pretty much gone, then so should the mold line be as well. Once all of the mold lines were removed, I went over it with a 400 grit sanding sponge as well, and then later on I will be finishing it off with a 600 grit just to get it a nice smooth even finish for the primer to stick to it. All of the panel lines were pretty good, but they could be a little bit better, so I decided just to scribe them out a little bit with a scriber. So like I said earlier, the rest of the body is now also being sanded with 600 grit. As you can see, it is pretty glossy straight out of the mold, and paint doesn't really like to stick to super smooth and slick surfaces, so just scuffing it up with a 600 grit gives a nice grab or bite for the primer to stick to it. With the body being molded in a bright red plastic, it is really hard to get rid of that red plastic. So I decided to go with the least aggressive primer that I had, and personally also the best primer that I have found, and that is the Tamiya Gray Primer. Now you can use the spray can or just use the stuff in the bottle. It's the same primer. In the bottle it just needs to be diluted a little bit to go through the airbrush a lot nicer. I'm just using some lacquer thinners from Tamiya and then just pour it in the airbrush. I add a little bit of the lacquer thinner until it flows through nicely. I have no idea on the exact proportions of thinner to primer that I'm using. Once the body was coated, I moved on to the hood as well. I applied 2 coats of primer in total. As you can see, it is covering super easily, so 2 was nicely enough to get it fully covered. After that was said and done, I set it aside for about 30 minutes and then sanded it lightly with a 3000 grit sanding sponge just to get a super nice smooth finish and also remove some of the dust that might have fallen into it. As for the color, I decided to actually go with a Ferrari color on this one. I've had a background on my computer for years of a convertible E-type in a similar color as I'm going to be painting this one, which I absolutely love. So I couldn't go with any other color than that one, of course. Now what the actual color of the one I have on my screensaver or background for the computer, I have no idea. I just know that the color that I had from Ferrari looks really similar and I liked the look of it, so I just went with it. The color is covering pretty nicely, but it does have a similar tone to the primer, so it's not really showing up all that well. I'm doing the body and all the other components that need to be painted in the body color, of course, at the same time, and I will be clear coating all of them too. It was applied in about 3 to 4 coats until it was fully covered and had a nice smooth finish. The first coat is now applied. I set it aside for about 10 minutes to cure and then moved on to the second coat. And of course, after that second coat was applied, another 10 minutes of cure time, a third coat was applied too, and after the third coat, just to be absolutely sure, I set it aside for another 10 minutes to cure and then apply a fourth and final coat. With the final coat of color then applied, I let it cure for about 35 to 40 minutes, then applied a small decal on the rear, mixed up some Streetblisters 2K Clear, and started applying a couple coats. The first coat was applied, I then let it sit for about 5 minutes and applied a second and final coat. After all of the clear coat had been applied and the parts had a couple days to cure, I noticed there were some really weird spots on the hood. These of course were not acceptable, so I needed to start over. I decided just to let it cure for 2 days about that, started sanding it with a 3000 grit sanding sponge until it was all removed. The actual scratches were underneath the clear coat, so they just showed up, but you couldn't really feel any of it, so that was really strange. It probably has something to do with the red plastic being a bit aggressive, and maybe the paint was applied a bit too fast. So all the parts that needed correction were then sanded down. As you could see, I applied 2 more coats of color just to cover all of those scratches and get rid of those, and then applied some more clear. Now I did the front part and the hood, or the lower nose piece and the hood then, and afterwards the finish on these parts is much nicer than it was on the rest of the body, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to sand down the rest of the body too and then repaint those as well, just to give it a nice match. Now the color matches really nicely, it's just the finish of the color on the hood is a lot smoother than it is on the rest of the body. It kind of has a bit of an orange peely look to it underneath the clear, and I don't really like the look of that with the hood being a nicer finish, so of course I'm going to fix that too. It's all going to be sanded down, repainted, and re-cleared to match nicely. The only downside to this is on the rear of the body itself. I applied the decal for the E-Type logo, and that will probably get lost underneath the colors that I'm going to be applying on top of it. But if that's the only thing that's letting it down, I'm of course just going to go with it and go for the nicer finish overall. With the final coat of clear now applied on the hood, you can see that it is super smooth. There are still some divots left over from some dust spots that I didn't sand properly enough. But hey, I tried my best, and I'm not going to spray it for a third time because probably all of the details will be lost at that point. As you can see, the body is looking pretty good, but it can be improved, and I will be doing that. Now let me know down in the comments below if you want to see me do that on video, or if I should just move on, as it is pretty much the exact same step that I took on the hood. I'm just going to sand down the clear, apply a couple coats of color, and then some more clear coat to finish it off, of course.